Hey, what's happening, folks? TaxBoy91 here, and I'm bringing to you the NFL picks of the week. Right now, it's Wednesday. By the time you guys will see this video, it'll be a Friday or a Saturday. Hopefully, it'll be up on a Friday. But we're going to go ahead and start this off with the Thursday night game. I've got the 49ers winning this game, and if I'm wrong, let me know in the comment section below because a lot of you guys let me know about that last time. But I got the 49ers winning this game because they're coming back. They're kind of angry. They got beat by the Seattle Seahawks, and they got beat by the Colts at home. So I feel like they're going to go into St. Louis and get the victory. And the Rams ain't no joke. If you guys remember last year, the Rams ended up playing well enough against the 49ers to beat them one time and also tie. So divisional matchups are always tough. I don't like when people get mad when their team loses or wins a game and they're playing in the division. Like, you got to, those games are really tough. They play twice a year. They know each other very, very well. And plus, it's pride on the line. You got to win the division and get to the playoffs for the most part. So if they can get this victory, they'll be, I think, 1-1 in the division, which will help them out immensely since they got to be targeting Seattle, so they don't got to go back up there sometime this January. So I got the 49ers winning this game. Like I said, if I'm wrong about this, let me know in the comment section below. And I'm hoping they can blow them out. That'd be kind of cool to see Colin Kaepernick bounce back, even though he doesn't have any receivers out there to throw the ball to other than Anquan Bolden, who cannot get open like he used to. All right, so moving on to Sunday, we got the Ravens versus the Bills, EJ Manuel versus Joe Flacco, and I don't know who's a better quarterback in this situation. I don't like Joe Flacco. And EJ Manuel did lead his team on a game-winning drive that was assisted by a pass interference call, but he did a pretty good job, but struggled well against the Jets. And Joe Flacco pretty much is not the reason the Ravens are winning. The Ravens are winning in spite of him. The defense is playing really, really well. We'll give them credit. They beat the Texans, but the Texans, like I said, one of my videos should be 0-3. Fortunately, they're 2-1. So I believe that the Bills will win mostly because they're playing in Buffalo, and playing in Buffalo is kind of tough. It's kind of chilly, and their crowd's kind of hostile. So I feel like Buffalo will win this game. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Ravens were to shock the world and go 3-1 still early in the season. But Joe Flacco needs to put better numbers up because if he keeps playing like this, he's gonna get. He can't leave. He got that big contract, but he's just gonna be looking like a payroll bandit if he's playing as bad as he's been playing. So I got the Buffalo Bills winning. I'll probably say probably 27-19, 27-17, around something like that. I feel like EJ Manuel and that offense can put up a bunch of points on the Ravens defense. The Ravens defense, the Buffalo Bills defense can pretty much shut down Joe Flacco and Ray Rice, and I don't even know who the receiver is out there. So I feel like Buffalo will win that game, as I keep saying. So now we got the Bears traveling all the way to Detroit, and this is going to be a good matchup. Bears are undefeated. Lions are, I believe, 2-1. I got the Bears winning this game. The Bears are a legit Super Bowl contender this year. They have been for the past couple of years. If you guys remember last year, they had a good start. I think they started like what was it, like it's like 8-1 or whatever, and I think they finished like 11-5 or 10-6 because of injuries. So if they can stay healthy, even though they did lose their one of their best pass rushers or best run stuffers in Henry Melton for the year to an ACL injury, but I feel like they can find another big guy to replace that void. But their defense just creates turnovers against the Ben Roethlisberger. He caught that fumble and got returned for a touchdown or the interception. He also had Major Wright with the interception return for a touchdown. So I feel like their defense can cause havoc out there, force mistakes, and if Jay Cutler keeps playing like the way he's playing, limiting turnovers and also finding the right receiver, they will win games consistently. I'm a big Jay Cutler fan, and against the Lions, they did lose their number one receiver or number two receiver, I should say, Nate Burleson to a broken arm in a car accident. Hope he gets better. And they also don't have Reggie Bush because Reggie Bush is still hurt with a knee or a thigh bruise, one of those two things. So their offense is going to be kind of lacking. I feel like Charles Tillman did a good enough job last year against Calvin Johnson. It is a new year, so Calvin Johnson could have gotten a lot better, but I feel like Charles Tillman will do a good job shutting him down again this year. And Matthew Stafford will probably get sacked a couple of times, and the Bears defense will pretty much win this game by themselves, and Jay Cutler go out there and pretty much game manage the entire game. So I got this one probably being like around 30 to maybe 14. Lions will get a couple of touchdowns, but I think 30 to 14 would be a nice score there. Bears win it in Detroit. Now we have the Colts going to the Jaguars. This one's pretty easy. I don't know why I'm going to go ahead and do an in-depth review of this game. Jaguars are not, or they're barely an NFL franchise. They have no quarterback. They have no running back. I believe Maurice Jones-Drew was out, and they also have no defense. And the Colts just came off an impressive victory, traveling all the way to San Francisco and beating the 49ers in their home field. So it's going to be a blowout. I believe Colts will win this game, probably like 30-3 or 30-6. Like I don't think the Jaguars will score a touchdown, and if they do, it might be off special teams or Andrew Luck pick six. He is prone to those interceptions. So, but the Colts will win this game. So go ahead amazingly, and everybody's going to overreact to the Colts being 3-1, beating up on the Jags. Pretty much, your team beats the Jags. Do not brag about that, aka Kansas City Chiefs fans. Y'all played really one good team in the Cowboys. Eagles don't have a defense, and also the Jaguars don't have a team. So I don't know why Chiefs fans are being kind of angry. I just feel like targeting Chiefs fans in this video because I just want to make y'all mad. All right, so we got the Steelers traveling to the Vikings. Both teams are 0-3. And pretty much this comes down to who I believe will get the victory over the other quarterback. And I believe Ben Roethlisberger is a better quarterback than Christian Ponder, even though Adrian Peterson is a Viking. I feel like Christian Ponder cannot make enough plays on the offensive end of the ball to actually assist in them getting a victory. And Adrian Peterson can run the ball effectively and well, but he's been looking okay through the first couple of games this season. But I feel like Ben Roethlisberger is angry. He had a pretty good game. I think 400 yards against the Bears defense. Some of that stuff was in garbage time, but he had a lot. He almost brought that game within striking distance before he had that turnover. So I feel like Ben Roethlisberger is going to come out here and light up the Vikings defense, who I believe has like one of the worst passing defenses in the NFL right now. So Antonio Brown, I expect him to have a big game. If you guys have fantasy, start him. Also, Emmanuel Sanders will be good. Le'Veon Bell is iffy, but I don't feel like they're going to be needed to run the ball at all. I feel like it's going to torch them passing the ball. And the Vikings will look pretty bad offensively. Adrian Peterson might have a couple touchdowns, but I just feel like Ponder will go out there and turn the ball over like he usually does, and they will lose that game. And it'll be really, really sad. Adrian Peterson is getting wasted away up there in Minnesota. They should just trade him if they're just going to just waste his years. He ain't gonna break no rushing record with Christian Ponder at quarterback. They need to make a quarterback change pretty soon. It's funny, Josh Freeman got benched while Ponder is still playing, and it doesn't make any sense. Actually, it does, but I'm not gonna get into the whole race debate right now during this lighthearted video. So I got the Steelers winning probably 25-24. I got these weird numbers. I don't even know 20. I don't even know 25 is possible. Bunch of field goal. How about 24-6? That's okay. I got the Steelers winning 24-6. All right, so we got the Jets traveling all the way to Tennessee. Both these teams are 2-1, I believe. Yes, they are. Are they 2-1 or 1? Yeah, both teams are 2-1. I think the Jets are ranked 18th in the power rankings, and Titans are ranked 16th. Now, this one's going to be interesting because the Jets they should be 1-2, and the Titans are a good team. They got a good defense. They also have a good offense. Jake Locker has been really impressive through the first couple of weeks, even though he pretty much could have beat the Texans if he would have completed one pass on 3rd and down, but he's showing a lot of improvement, and he's faster than I thought he was. He do have some legs out there. I didn't really watch him play in college, but everybody say he was fast, so it's nice to know that he can pretty much go out there and just run and create create time for his receivers to get open. But I got the Titans winning this game. I don't like Geno Smith or the Jets offense at all. I feel like they are a product of Rex Ryan's defense, and the defense gets them in good positions to get the ball early. And Geno Smith is going to be a good quarterback in this league, but I don't like his weapons out there. Clyde Gates or who else out there? Marlon. I think Clyde Gates. I don't know if he's a Dolphin or not. He has a receiver out there that just can't catch. And it is terrible to watch. I feel like the Titans will win this game because they got two shutdown cornerbacks, Jason McCourty, and they also got Ultron Werner. So I feel like they'll go out there and perform well enough to pretty much neutralize the Jets' offense and get a bunch of sacks with the pass rushers and run stuffers they got out there on the defensive side of the ball. So I got the Titans winning this game. I'm gonna say 21 to maybe 10. That'll be a kind of close game there, but they will win this game in Tennessee. Chris Johnson might have a big game though. The Jets do have a nice defense, so I wouldn't expect anything too major out of Jake Locker. I just expect Jake Locker to make less mistakes than Geno Smith, but I could be wrong. Geno Smith might be a better quarterback than Jake Locker right now, but I'm trying to hedge my bets. All right, Titans win that game. So now we have the game of the afternoon, which people want to watch, which would be the Eagles going all the way to Denver, and this is going to be a blowout. Peyton Manning is looking like a robot out there. I think he was like 32 or 38, and I think 4 of those are drops. Like, it's something ridiculous. He was just incredibly accurate. And funny thing about it, he's not throwing deep passes. So if Peyton Manning starts throwing a deep ball to Demaryius Thomas, who can get down there, they're going to be unstoppable. But until they can start throwing a deep ball, I'm still going to be skeptical about them. They're the second best team in the NFL. I said they're number one based off what I've seen, and Seattle not playing too well on the road. But if they're going to be a legit threat to work with, and I don't think the Eagles' defense can stop Peyton Manning's offense, and I don't think that the Broncos' defense can stop Michael Vick's offense, but I feel like Michael Vick's going to turn the ball over a lot more in this game. And that's going to allow the Broncos to be in good positions and good field position to go down there and score the ball effectively. So I got the Broncos winning this game probably like 37, 30, 45, like one of those high inflated scores to like maybe 21. Eagles are going to score. I don't know everybody's saying they can't score. Like they had one bad game against the Chiefs, and the Chiefs they may have a good defense. But they had like 5 turnovers that game. So that's what attributed to them not scoring any points. But against the Redskins and against the Chargers, they put up points quickly. So I feel like the Eagles will score in this game. They just will not be able to hold on to the ball, and I'll play right in Peyton Manning's hand by giving him good field position throughout the entire game. So probably like 45-21, something like that. And the Eagles are not going to be good this year. They're going to keep losing games, but the NFC East is weak, so they can probably win the division still. I got faith in them. Michael Vick for MVP, even though he's never going to win that. All right, so now we have the Bengals going to the Browns. This one's an easy game to call. I got the Bengals beating the Browns. The Browns did look kind of impressive against the Vikings last week, but Brian Hoyer at quarterback, but he also had 3 interceptions to his 2 touchdowns. And that just goes to my point that the Vikings have a bad pass defense. So if a third round quarterback, or not third round, but third string quarterback can start and pretty much burn you with throwing to his tight end only, you can't guard that. Yeah, you're not that impressive to me. So, and the Bengals came off a lucky, or would you say a skilled win, I guess, against the Packers. I'm not sure what you call it. It was one of those things where the running back fumbles the ball like not one time out of the 10s that he attempts it. It's just like they got that lucky 1% chance that did happen to them. But they got the victory, and the Bengals do look good. As long as Andy Dalton doesn't turn the ball over, they're a good team. And I don't think he should be a game manager. Everybody's talking like Andy Dalton like he's not a good quarterback. He played well at TCU. He's playing well with the Bengals. He just cannot turn the ball over because he exposes his defense. The defense is good, but the longer they're out there on the field, the more they can get exposed. And so if he can get the ball to A.J. Green and Ellis stops turning the ball over, they'll be a good team in the AFC. I believe that's the AFC North, and I hope that they make the playoffs. 'Cause I do not want to see the Ravens get there by default because Eddie Dalton's letting their team down. Got to get that Texas-to-Texas connection. 'Cause I do not want to see a fellow Texan suffer a loss because the media will crucify him, and I hate seeing him get crucified. All right, so I got the Bengals winning that game, probably like 28 to. I'm gonna say 28 to 7. I thought they scored one touchdown, 28 to 7. Now we have the game that I'm looking forward to watching: Seahawks traveling all the way to Texas to play the Houston Texans. This is going to be interesting to watch, in my opinion, because the Texans' offense is bad. They've been pretty average for the past couple of years, but all they've been living on is a play action, and also I think Andre Johnson still might have a concussion. He still might be injured, and all they have is DeAndre Hopkins, which is why the Texans cannot be an elite team in the NFL, in my opinion, because they have an elite defense, but their offense is pretty much just the same thing. A running back that does play action, and then he has one receiver. And it's just funny, like, how do you only have one receiver for this long? There's some good receivers out there in free agency that they can probably sign to help, but they just don't feel the need to sign anybody. But whatever, it's their team. I can't be managing from a distance, but I feel like the Seahawks will win this game. You know it is in Texas, and the crowd's going to be hostile. I just don't trust Matt Shaw with one receiver, and also don't trust the defense of the Texans now that I've seen them get pretty much beat by Flacco last week during some of this time. Like Flacco he wasn't playing well. He made some passes that the Texas defense just did not look like they could stop. And I feel like Russell Wilson's a better quarterback than Joe Flacco. So I feel like Russell Wilson's going to have his day pretty much running the read option, maybe throwing some balls to his receivers, getting the ball to Marshawn Lynch and having some good success doing that. But it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. I don't think they're going to blow them out. I think Matt Shaw will score some points. I also think Russell Wilson will score points. I also think Matt Shaw will throw another pick six in this game. Maybe to Richard Sherman, or maybe to Brandon Brown. I believe if he plays, or one of those other big hitting defensive backs. But I feel like the Seahawks will win this game probably 30. No, it's on the road, so it's not going to be that high scoring. Maybe around 17-21, something around that range. Seahawks will win that game in Texas and stay undefeated throughout the season. So, sorry, Texas, you're going to be going 2-2. And I know I'm from Texas, I can't be going against the Texans, but I got to do what I got to do. I don't see them going to the playoffs and getting far this year because I just don't trust them. All right, so now we have the 0-3 Giants traveling to the 3-0 Chiefs. This is my upset special of the week. This is my upset special because I just want to make Chiefs fans mad, and plus I believe the Giants will win this game. Mostly because I thought the Giants were going to be Carolina Panthers last week because Eli Manning is a good quarterback, but I didn't know his offensive line was that bad. I felt like if his offensive line held up for like at least like 3 maybe like 2 seconds, he would have found some receivers open down the middle of the field because Carolina had no defensive back. So pretty much the front seven destroyed Eli Manning, and I feel like they will improve a lot this week. Eli Manning will be able to get the ball to his number one receivers. If you guys did watch that Cowboys game against the Chiefs, they couldn't guard Des Bryant, so I don't think they're going to be able to guard Victor Cruz or Hakeem Nicks or anybody else they throw out there. So I'm going to go ahead and say the Giants win this game. They'll get their first victory, and the Chiefs will lose. I don't think Alex Smith is going to be able to outscore Eli Manning, but I could be wrong. It is an Arrowhead, which I believe is the loudest stadium or second loudest stadium because the Seahawks are on steroids with their stadium with all the sound enhancers that they got. So I'm gonna go ahead and call upset special on that. I'm probably gonna be wrong, but I just want to make Chiefs fans mad and irritated because hey, you want to say I don't know nothing about football? I'm gonna go ahead and act like I don't know about football and try to make y'all mad because that's what I do. I like being that villain. So Giants win this game. I'm gonna say 48-0. Chiefs ain't scoring no points. All right, so now we have the Cardinals going to the Buccaneers. The Buccaneers bench Josh Freeman. I saw that coming as soon as the season started. Whenever they reported that they took his captaincy away from him, whenever he was a captain for the past 3 years on the team, and then they're like, "You know what? You're not gonna be a captain no more." Yeah, he's gonna get benched if he doesn't win no games. And it's funny if two bounces go his way. One of them was that Levante David non-late hit out of bounds that results in a field goal. Another one was a field goal missed by his kicker at home, and the Saints came back down to win the game, I believe. So if he wins those two games that wasn't out of his control, he would not be benched. So I don't know what Greg Schiano's doing, and Josh Freeman is not going to be there next year. So the Cardinals are going to win this game. I don't have faith in the Buccaneers. Their defense is okay. Their defense is great. Actually, not okay. Their defense is great, but I feel like their offense is terrible, and they're not going to give their defense enough time to get no rest. And then Arizona is kind of looking great on offense and defense. As soon as Carson Palmer can figure out his situation with Larry Fitzgerald and get the offense under control, they're going to be a good team in the NFC West. So I feel like the Buccaneers are going to go on 0-4 this week, and Mike Glennon get your first loss this week. But you don't got to worry about anything. Josh Freeman's not going to be there. Probably past week 8. He might get traded somehow by this end of the by before the bye week, or not before the bye, before the trade deadline. So I hope he goes to the Jaguars just so he can at least go play for a team with no pressure because they're not expected to do anything this year. Maybe we can see how good he actually is because he had some good flashes throughout the past couple of years, but the coach doesn't want him, so it's not a good fit for him. So he should actually just leave, and I'm not mad about it if he were to leave. So best luck to you, Josh Freeman. So now we have the Cowboys going to San Diego. This one's going to be a good game to watch as well. I'm probably going to be watching this game because I do live in Texas, and the only game is going to be on TV at the time. But I have the Cowboys winning this game because I feel like the Cowboys are a good team. I like Tony Romo as a quarterback. I do like their defense, and I also like Des Bryant and the Chargers defense. I'm not sure if they're that. I don't know. Eric Weddle's still there. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game. I don't know. I got the Cowboys winning this game, but I'm pretty. It's going to be close because the Cowboys can't score points in the red zone, and the Chargers seem to always muck stuff up. So it's going to be a close game of the two muckiest quarterbacks in the NFL. So Cowboys win that game close late. Now we got the Redskins traveling to the Raiders. RG3 meets Terrell Pryor. All right, this is going to be a good game. It's going to be a good game because RG3 needs to get a win, and this would be the perfect team to get a win against. Everybody said the Raiders' defense was great. They're not that good. They played against the Jaguars, and they played against the Colts, and then they played against the Broncos and got decimated. And RG3 needs to get a victory, and their defense will have some good flash. I don't think Terrell Pryor is playing this week. I think Matt Flynn is, so I don't think Matt Flynn's that good if he went from two teams in 2 years. So I feel like this RG3 is going to get his first win here, probably around like 21-17, 24-17. He'll get his first victory, and we can stop talking about him in the media and start killing him because he still is at an ACL injury. I don't know why everybody thought that, oh, he's fine. Like, no, we all knew he was hurt, but we all wanted to kill him as soon as we realized, oh, yeah, he actually is hurt. I don't understand that. So RG3 will get his first victory, and Matt Flynn will look like a bum once again, and the Raiders fans will be screaming for Terrell Pryor to come right back. So now we have our Sunday night game, Patriots going to Atlanta, and Atlanta at home is just really ridiculous. Like, you really cannot win a game in the Georgia Dome. But I got the Patriots winning this game. Atlanta is hurt all over. They're missing Roddy White. They're missing some of their defense players. They just don't look right now. So I feel like the Patriots are going to come in here and win this game if Gronkowski and Amendola are healthy. But if not, it's going to be a close game. But I got the Patriots going 4-0 in the AFC East, and I'm hoping that they can continue going undefeated because I do like watching Tom Brady at quarterback, not being frustrated. I like watching him back there orchestrating the offense as well as he can. So I got the Patriots winning this game if Gronkowski and Amendola play going away with it. But if they're not playing in this game, I'm gonna go ahead and say it's gonna be a close game. The Falcons are probably gonna muck this one up because Patriots defense is pretty good. They're not that bad like everybody thinks they are. They're pretty good. So Patriots will win that game. Not sure the score will be though. So now we're on to our Monday night game: Dolphins versus Saints. This one's pretty easy. You're not going to win a game in the in the what is it, the Mercedes-Benz Stadium, like the Saints, the Georgia Dome. I keep saying Georgia Dome. The what is the name of the stadium? New Orleans Dome, whatever you want to call it. You're not going to win a game there, Dolphins. You're a nice 3-0 team. You're a nice threat to the Patriots title reign over in the AFC East, but that place is loud, as I'm hearing, and I just don't think that you will go in there and beat Drew Brees in that revamped defense by any points. I feel like the Saints are going to go away and blow out the Dolphins this game. The Dolphins are going to look like frauds, but they're not going to be frauds because they're a really good team. They're just not ready for that environment. Only person that's probably ready for that environment is Brett Grimes because he was a former Falcon. So I feel like the Miami Dolphins will lose that game, and unfortunately, they will probably be kicked out of the national media for that story. All right, and those are my picks for this week. If you guys differ with my opinions, let me know in the comment section below. Let me know who you got winning this week. And other than that, I'm going to go ahead and sign out this mother bleeper. Peace. Bleep you, Chief fans, and you know who you are. You like to talk that ish in my comment section. Say it again, I'ma block yo bleepy bleepy bleep.